conditions on a regular basis. Watch out for your cats, people. He carries a poison bag of tuna with him 24/7, 365. Are you scared yet? Okay, I got one for you. Have you seen the last guy that challenged him to a fight? Me neither. Coming in at 6'4", but also weighing 115 pounds. Soaking wet. Please put your hands together for Professor John. That look. Alright. Before we start the roast, this is honestly this just hit me. Cyrus, earlier you were talking about the fifth element, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird to you? Like, did you do that on purpose?
What do you mean?
Well, wasn't John Hallman in the fifth element too? No. I'm pretty sure he was in the fifth element. I mean, I just wish I had something, just something to prove it. Professor Hallman, I came into class, and the first thing I thought was, oh my God, what did that guy do to his hair? Then I got to know him and realized he likes it like that. It wasn't a freak accident. He sat down and requested it. So, but seriously though, I mean, I was born like this. There is no reason why you should be as tan as me. I've seen the forecast in West Hollywood, and I know your tricks. That's all I got. Okay, if you don't know John Hallman, he's not your average professor. Okay, he used to be the mayor of West Hollywood. Yeah, the whole block. He's a professor of the law program at USC. He actually teaches at Whittier for charity. That's funny. Well, me too. Alright, he's actually on the board of his HOA. Basically what I'm getting at is that he's a very busy guy. I mean, he's got more on his plate than Roseanne at a free buffet line. But still, he had some time to win Teacher of the Year, so please, let's give it up for him. Nevertheless, having a bunch on your plate and being really busy works for some people, like Professor Mark Matthews. It works for him. He still stays very astute, on his stuff. It requires a certain will and grace to be on top of your game. I'm sorry, but Professor John Hallman is a mess. I mean, if you've ever been to his office, okay, I know Cohen's got like a bunch of books stacked all over the place, but it's like a circus in his office. Like, he's pulling out random stuff that you've never even seen. Like, I'll give you a story for one. I went in there to go over my final from last semester. And we were going over my final, and I had some questions on the multiple choice, but we didn't have that section with us. So I asked him, I said, well, can we go over that part? And he said, this is a true story, he said, yeah, we'll go over that part. And he got really serious, he really made me believe that at one point or another we're going to go over that. And I said, okay, great. And he's like, how does tomorrow around anywhere from 2 to 5 work for you? I'm like, great. He's setting dates and times, so I'm thinking, yeah, this is for sure going to happen. He opens up his cabinet, pulls something out, looks like a pad, starts writing. He's like, okay, tomorrow at 5, and I wanted to cut him off and be like, do you know that you're writing our appointment on a piece of toilet paper? You think I don't have feelings? Like, I don't know what you're doing right now? But he put it in a close portfolio, so it was the only document in there. I mean, you call it a document, but it was the only thing in there, so I felt important. 14 emails, about 5 conversations, and about a month and a half later, I still haven't gone over my multiple choice. But if you think that's where the mess stops, no, it doesn't. One time I actually had to follow him to his car, and I looked in there. Now I gotta say this, for a guy who drives a hybrid, you have a lot of nerve throwing out your paper trash and plastic bottles. Any idea what kind of mess you're making? I'm pretty sure what rubs me the wrong way is that I'm pretty sure that it wasn't even paper trash. I'm pretty sure it was just a piece of toilet paper. It was our meeting. Whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna end everything off with one story, true story. This Halloween, a couple of my friends and I, we decided, hey, we're gonna go up to LA and we're gonna, party there. And these aren't my friends from law school, so it's just a real group of degenerates. We went to a club, and right around 1:30, 2 o'clock, we stumble out of the club, just tanked. And Professor Mark Matthews, that means drunk. And I don't know if you guys have been to LA, but like they have hot dogs that they wrap in bacon and put mayo on it. Yes. I love it. Okay, so I had about I tried to eat as much as I can, but frankly I had $5. So they're like $4 a pop. And I wanted the second one. This is before I took crim law. I leaned in and I paid for one and I took the one she was giving me, but I also took the second one. And I turned around and walked away all nonchalant. And I'm walking away, I took a wrong turn somewhere, started heading in the wrong direction in Hollywood West. So I'm walking down the street, just kind of all over the place, and I'm eating my hot dogs thinking I'm the man. And all of a sudden I hear a siren behind me. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get pulled over. Like, I have no idea what to tell my family, tell my friends. Yeah, I got pulled over for stealing hot dogs. All of a sudden, I stop, I get against, against the side of the sidewalk, and the cop comes up from behind me and he says, get against the wall. I'm like, okay. I got against the wall. It's like this, and the cop starts patting me down, spending a little more time down here. But anyways, I turn around, and it wasn't until, actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back. Before I turned around, I was thinking, all right, I'm going to need to say something to get myself out of this mess, right? What's a good excuse? What's the reason why I stole this hot dog? What's a good lie I can come up with? And I had it. I think I had it. I don't remember. I was pretty intoxicated. But I turned around and I just lost everything. I was baffled. I asked him, I'm like, who are these people? And the cop goes to me and he's like, well, these are other cops and they're undercover. I don't know what type of operation was being ran at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I knew that there wasn't a construction site around. Sure as hell wasn't an Indian reservation there. And frankly, I don't even want to start talking about the third guy. He freaked me out. And it wasn't until the cop took off his hat that I realized it was John Hallman. What really irked me, really eerie, was that I looked at the bike, and the bike didn't come equipped with a siren or anything. But I remember at one point or another, he did pull me over. And I was like, all right, well, where's the siren? It wasn't a siren. It was Professor John Hallman on the bike.